How's it going, everybody? It's me again, yours truly, coming back one more time tonight, live streaming. This time to talk about, and I'm not going to take up too much time because I'm kind of getting sleepy. To talk about tonight's Crisis on Infinite Earths, Part 1. This is the annual crossover event on the CW, which has all their superhero shows crossing over. Hence, and it's a shared universe, right? The Greg Berlanti verse. Now that Arrow is coming to an end, not it's not Arrow verse anymore. It's going to be Berlanti verse. Greg Berlanti and Mark Guggenheim are the people who created all these shows. Um, you know what? Let me just start by saying. Oh, by the way, this video contains spoilers. So, spoiler alert. This review is mainly for those of you, my fellow CW fans or my fellow DC fans, who have also watched tonight's Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1. Let me just start by saying that I grew up a DC fan, okay? Marvel is something I'm a late bloomer when it comes to Marvel. Um, but I was never really familiar with the arc, the Crisis on Infinite Earths arc. Um, what I do know or what I'm aware of is that the ones from the pages or the comic books, it's very far reaching. It not only is it like complex, but it's crowded with characters that are, I think, I want to say Lex Luthor's son is part of the arc as well. Obviously, he's not going to be part of this the live action part of the show. But what I'm getting at is Crisis on Infinite Earths material, as far as I understand it, is very, very complex. Obviously, you only have 5 nights to go on for this event, and they have to incorporate the characters that do exist in the Arrowverse or on CW. Um, that includes Batwoman and Black Lightning. Um, and what are my overall thoughts about tonight's episode? Let me just start with that. I gotta say, coming fresh off of watching Watchmen, something that's so damn well written, so damn well performed, so damn well crafted, in terms of production value and the quality of it. Coming off fresh from that, right? Going to this, I don't mean to make fun or belittle, because I love DC, but it just a drastic drop of change, man. It is like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? It's like coming off of driving a Ferrari, going to driving a Corolla. That's how I feel. I'm just being honest with you. Um, but I still had fun. Overall, I think it's a fantastic start of the crossover, and the emphasis tonight is more on Supergirl and Arrow. I noticed that those two are the big um, focus, if you will. Obviously, because Supergirl episodes are always on Sunday nights. They start out with Supergirl, so we see Lana, we see Jim Olsen's sister, we see Dreamer, and some of these characters. I'm betting they will not spill over, or they will not be part of the arc or the storyline in tomorrow night's episode or the episode after that. So that's how it is every year, right? On the night that it's Supergirl episode or Flash episode or Arrow episode, then some of the supporting cast members of that set episode will be an integral part of that night. But it doesn't mean that they will also be coming over to the next night. The ones that really, really cross over for reals are the leads, the key characters. You know, Flash, Arrow, Arrow's daughter, um, Supergirl, Superman. You know what I'm saying. So those are the ones that you're gonna see for 5 nights straight, and Legends as well. By the way, tonight's Legends, they're only represented by Sarah Lance and Ray Palmer. I was like, where's the rest of the gang? But then again, I remember that Legends won't have their premiere or the new season till January. So I guess I get it. Maybe the rest of the gang are off on vacation somewhere. So one quick comment, and it's just a little fun jab at tonight's episode. Okay, nothing too mean, but Argo City getting destroyed, and Superman and Lois Lane managed to ship their son Jonathan off to Earth right at the nick of time. You know, just like Kal El was when he was a baby, and that got me to thinking, like, wow. So they did. I mean, so Krypton, Argo, or Kryptonites in general, not Kryptonites, yeah, Krypton folks in general, they just happen to have uh, spaceships, baby-sized spaceships that are ready to ship off any baby at any moment's notice. Don't you think that's kind of funny? It's like, oh, and you wonder, like, how come it's the kind of privilege that's reserved only for, you know, those related to Kal-El. uh, why aren't any of the other folks in Krypton or Argo City, if you, in this case, why don't they also get to ship their baby off as well? You know, to rescue them. So why is it only the Kal-El family that can do it? I find that to be a little funny, but that's just me. The episode tonight also features a lot of guest stars. Did you notice them? Huh? Will Wheaton? Come on. Will Wheaton plays Wesley, right, in The Next Generation, and also shows up as himself in The Big Bang Theory. Love the guy. He's always been a big champion of us geeks and nerds. Um, who else? Who else shows up? Oh, Griffin Newman. Griffin Newman. He plays Arthur in the show The Tick. Unfortunately, Amazon has canceled The Tick. But remember, Griffin Newman plays Arthur in that one, the sidekick. Um, and Griffin in this episode, he's the guy, if you didn't catch him, he's the guy who hosted the game show night, you know, with Legends and the other guy. And then they have this joke about Janis Joplin's song being, you know, changed or altered by Ray Palmer. The host is Griffin Newman. So there's a lot of, oh, Burt Ward. Burt Ward shows up. Come on, Robin. Dick Grayson from Batman the TV series, co-starring the late great Adam West. So Burt Ward showed up. It's pretty cool, man. Oh man, he got big. I had no idea. I think I saw him at Comic Con from a distance. I didn't know. I mean, you know, I'm not trying to comment on anybody's size. Okay, I'm just saying. That's my reaction. I'm just like, whoa! I had no idea. I guess I'm one of the few people who don't know. Uh, but I digress. Of course, Erica Durance shows up. Erica Durance reprises her role as Supergirl's biological mom. But if you recall, Erica Durance will also reprise her role as Lois Lane, and Tom Welling will also be back as Superman from another Earth. So I'm looking forward to that because I was a huge fan of Smallville. Okay, you have no idea. I religiously watched that show, even when the storytelling quality kind of went downhill past maybe season 7 when Lex Luthor disappeared. Remember that? And but I still loved it. And part of the reason why is Erica Durance. She's so hot. She's probably one of the hottest Lois Lanes of all the Lois Lanes that have ever graced our screen. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, real quick, is it just me? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you feel the same way, but the numbering of these Earths, okay, Earth 1, Earth 38, Earth what have you, right? And you see at the beginning of the episode tonight, we see the planets or the universe divide themselves like kind of like cells, you know. I was like, whoa, that's pretty interesting. So I'm just, but back to my point, or back to my question, the numbering of these Earths, like who decide who decide that that Earth is going to be Earth 1 and that Earth is going to be Earth 38. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm missing the memo here. Is it in the comic books? Is it in the canon? That which is number what? Like, if the numbering says that this Earth is that this Earth is Earth 38, okay, what if the people on Earth 38, what if in their minds, in their heads, they are the Earth 1? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we get to be number 38? Like, who died and made you the the guy that picks the numbers for us? So I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Maybe I missed the memo on that. Let me know. There are always some things that I miss out on, but that's where you guys come in and correct me or fill in the blanks. Um, as far as the Oliver storyline in this episode, um, Oliver Queen. There's one uh, in Earth One, Star City, and then there's one in the parallel Earth in the year 2046. It seems like that Oliver Queen has no knowledge about multiverse, and in his mind, all these years, Sarah Lance died in on the Queen Gambit boat in season 1 of Arrow. So there's a moment in tonight's episode where he kind of apologizes to Sarah, like, kind of reconcile or reflect on that moment, kind of very, very regretful about it. And Sarah kind of like, takes that burden off of his, or that weight off of his shoulder. And that, I thought that was a pretty nice moment. Um, and I understand why the writers put that moment there, because this is Arrow's final season, man. Arrow's final season. So they're trying to tie up every loose ends, right? Wrap up each plot. Maybe that was kind of left hanging in previous seasons or whatever. Let's revisit it and conclude it or resolve it. So this is the case where the storyline between him and Sarah Lance gets resolved. Um, but fun fact, the Sarah Lance that died in season 1 of Arrow, if you watch it again on Blu-ray or on Netflix, you'll notice that she is played by a different actress. That's right. I believe her name is Jacqueline McInnes. I think she's a soap opera daytime kind of actress. But it was a great pilot. It was, she did awesome, or well, I should say, not awesome. Awesome is an over exaggeration. But immediately after that, the producers like, we're gonna recast her. We're gonna recast her with Katie Lotz. And you know what? I love Katie Lotz. She's one of my favorite. She's one of my celeb crushes. I have the hots for Katie Lotz all day long. So it's not like a decision, with like Will Smith's aunt in Fresh Prince of Bel Air. It's not like, oh, what did they do? How come I'm seeing a different auntie this time? It's not like that at all. It's a recast that I welcome. But I digress. So yeah, that's the moment of Ollie and Sarah needed to happen, and it's totally understandable. So that part of whatever, because that was hanging, right? That was the thing that was eating Ollie alive, and now it's kind of get lifted off of him. And okay, that's part of the ending. And speaking of ending, Ollie dies in tonight's episode. And who would have thunk it? I didn't see that coming. Did you see that coming? I had no idea. Even the monitor's like, shit, that's not what I foresaw. Everybody's like, whoa, was it supposed to go like that? Oh man, I must say the whole shadow demons thing attacking Ollie, because because the monitor, that point when the monitor takes everybody out, right? He takes the Flash, Katie Lotz, I'm sorry, Sarah Lance, Ray Palmer, um, Supergirl, Superman, and then he leaves Barry because I'm sorry, he leaves Ollie, and Ollie kind of has that back and forth with him. It's like, no, don't let Barry die, I die. Um, well, anyway, that moment he is left alone, fending for himself against the shadow demons, and that sequence, I must say, got me laughing a little bit, and I'm still laughing. Because come on, you gotta admit it's kind of funny watching Stephen Amell, ha, ha, just shooting his arrow, and then the camera moves toward this angle again, shoots another arrow, and then he jumps kick, but you don't really see the shadow demon, attacking him. But what I'm getting at is that sequence, it wants to make you, the audience, feel as if the shadow demons are just like bombarding him or stampeding over him, but but the result instead, what it comes across instead, is just, it looks like it's just Stephen Amell doing, you know workout session, or like a bunch of moves without anything around him. It's just, it looks funny. It looks funny to me. I wish it had gone a little differently than that, so that I would have been able to take it seriously. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's not how it went. It looked a little bit comical. Another moment that I like is also the heart to heart between Superman and Supergirl. This is after the knowledge that Argo has been destroyed. Supergirl's mom was not, you know, rescued in time, or that she died. And I like that heart to heart. I think that's any moment between Melissa Benoit, Supergirl, and Tyler Hoechlin, Superman, throughout however, like 4 or 5 years that Supergirl's been on, or ever since Tyler Hoechlin shows up as Superman. I like him. I like him. I think I know it's nice, man. The conversations that they have, not just this, but the past too. In the past, it I know they're supposed to be cousins, but they feel more like siblings. They remind me of me talking to my little sister, and it's just nice. It gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling. I love it. I love it. Um, what else do I have on my note here? I think I'm winding down. Okay, another thing. Also, I just want to say that part of the reason why I like tonight's episode, and I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I said earlier that Supergirl and Arrow are the emphasis of tonight's episode, which means there was less Batwoman. I was like, phew. An episode where we don't have to see too much of Batwoman doing Batwoman-y stuff. I'm good. I'm good. I'm sorry, you guys. I tried watching Batwoman and it sucks. It sucks. The show sucks. The writing on that show, the storylines, and the acting. Oh, and listening to some of the dialogues, like it's like a chalk across the board. Like, oh, I don't like Batwoman series. So I don't know, man. Maybe I'm alone on that, and maybe I'm a bad guy for saying that. But um, tonight's episode, with very few shots or scenes or few words coming from Batwoman, I was like, good. Ah, what a relief. Unfortunately, tomorrow is going to be Batwoman focused. Ah, so I have that to look forward to. Oh my god! Yeah, tomorrow night's crossover will be centered around Batwoman. So we're probably going to see um, many of the events happening in her Gotham City, and that also means that many of the supporting roles or supporting cast members or supporting characters on Batwoman's show will show up, including Alice, maybe even for a few minutes at least. So yeah, I'll just have to brace myself for that. Ugh. So, but hey, overall, Tyler says the same here. Rama, I gave up on Batwoman. That's exactly right. Oh, it was just terrible. Terrible. Oh, the 80s Renegade. Yes, thank you for reminding us. Titans shows up. The Titans showed up tonight. Woohoo! I love Titans, man. Turns out, Titans is in the same, well, on one of the other Earths. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. It's like the knowledge, knowing that DC Universe Titans and the CW superhero shows pretty much are in the same kind of canon, maybe different Earths, but same canon. I love that. That was awesome. That's right. They showed up, then immediately died because of the antimatter. But hey, just that was enough to geek me out, man, because I love Titans. Um, so I just the flash of their image, I was like, whoa, that's awesome. But yeah, back to Batwoman. Oh, Tyler, God. And in preparation for Crisis on the Infinite Earths, I kid you not, this past week I tried watching a few episodes of Black Lightning, or catching up on. I tried to catch up on Batwoman, Black Lightning, Arrow, Supergirl, because I'm busy working, man. But anyway, I tried catching up on them. Batwoman was the most painful to do catching up on. Oh my god, I had to fast forward like crazy. It was just like, no, I can't stand this. Let me just get to the end of this freaking episode already. Oh my god. So any crossover episode with less Batwoman is a good crossover episode for me. But unfortunately, that won't be the case for tomorrow night. So that's all the notes that I have. So I'm sad about Ali, but you know what? There are multiple Ollie's, man. Come on. There's so Ollie is, or Arrow's coming to an end, but it doesn't mean that Stephen Amell could not come back as Ollie from that other Earth in 2046. You know what I'm saying? So we could see Stephen Amell show up as Oliver Queen or slash Arrow again. Um, in one of the other, it doesn't have to be another new show of Arrow with Arrow's daughter being the star. It could, maybe Ollie will show up on Supergirl. Maybe Ollie will show up on Batwoman, from the other Earths. You know what I'm saying? So don't feel sad. Don't be bummed out about Ollie's fate at all. I'm not. I'm surprised how it went down, but I'm not shedding a tear, man. I'm just like, yeah, Ollie, you're still awesome, man. I still want to do your workout, man. Where climb that thing up, do pull-ups. That's it, guys. You guys, that's my long rant. Let's get to the chat real quick here. More power to anyone that can sit through all 22 episodes of season 1 of Batwoman. The Gold Show says, hello, Gold Show. Woo! Don't you just love crossover episodes, man? Like I said earlier, it's so unreal coming off of watching something great, something solidly made like Watchmen series, to watching this. I again, I don't mean to make fun of or mock CW or DC, but coming off from Watchmen to watching this, it's like Ferrari to Corolla. Good show to adults playing dress up. But I digress. So thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in on this. The Gold shows, it is said that in the Crisis episode 3 synopsis, Diggle and Oliver return to a familiar stomping ground. We don't know which Oliver, though. That's right. See? And we don't know which Diggle either, right? It could be one of the other ones. It could be one of the other ones. And we never know. Maybe antimatter, maybe they'll find a way to reverse it. Maybe Argo City can be saved again. Something like a time travel thing. Just like Avengers Endgame. We'll see. Tyler Calvert says somehow we get Brandon Routh as Superman again before Man of Steel 2. That's right, Brandon Routh. That's also another thing to anticipate. He's going to come as Superman, but this is from the Kingdom Come Superman. So it's not he's not reprising his Superman Return Superman. This is the Kingdom Come Superman. So it'll be interesting to see. He's got that shades of gray, or silver on his hair because he looks older. Fantastic. You've seen the photos. He looks great, man. And I'm gonna be sad because Ray Palmer's leaving Legends. It's I'm guessing that will be what will happen. Maybe no, 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 no. It's not gonna be in the crossover. I think it's gonna happen when Legends come back in the new year 2020. That's when we'll see Ray Palmer leaving. He's not gonna leave. He's not gonna leave during the crossover. No, 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 no. I bet you he won't. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I am gonna go take care of some other chores. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to my channel, press that like button, ring that bell, and if you can help support me, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. And I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night with my live review of Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 2. Part 2. So I'll be back here tomorrow night. All right. You better come back as well and chat with me then as well. All right. Let's rock this, you guys. Woohoo!